Hey, this is Alan with UpNation Media. Today we are going to create a subdomain and point it at GrooveFunnels while keeping our main domain name intact with WordPress site. Stick around, it's going to be fun. Okay, as you can see here, we have a traditional WordPress blog. Now this is before any designing, any extra themes, any plugins that we may want to add on, but this gives you an example of this is your WordPress website. We've got our domain name hooked up here, and we've got our SSL that is provided by our hosting provider from our server. First thing that you want to do is log into Cloudflare. If you don't have an account, go ahead and sign up. It's free. And if you do have an account, go ahead and log in, because this is where we're going to be doing the majority of our work. And it's not a lot of work, so don't be scared. Just stick with me. So if you need to pause the video while you get your account or you log in, now's the time to do it. All right, we're going to move forward. We're going to add a site. And the site that we want to add is so this is going to be your full domain name that you have your WordPress site on. We are going to use the free version. It's going to scan for your DNS records. Now we're not going to change any of these. All of these we're going to leave the same. All we're going to do is add to it. So once it starts, there we go. It has finished getting our records. And so like I said, we're not going to change any of these because we want our site to keep working. All right. This wants us to change our name servers. We're not going to do that just yet. We're going to finish setting this up, and whenever we're done with that, then we're going to change our name servers. So let's go ahead and just finish this. This quick start guide we can just finish later. All right. So the first thing we're going to want to do is go to DNS. See all of these, the A record, they've already got a www in here. We're going to add a record. It's going to be a CNAME, and this is going to be the name for whatever subdomain name that you want to use. So we're just going to call ours test123, and the target is going to be to Groovepages, GrooveFunnels, Groovepages. I haven't seen any other server names than this, but it's possible they might come out with some. So we're going to go groovepages.com. So the name is the subdomain that you want, and the target is going to be host10.groovepages.com. And we're going to save that. All right. That's it for right now. Then we're going to go to our secured area, and we are on full, which is good. And then edge certificates, and we want to always use HTTPS. So always have security. And that is it for Cloudflare for now. So now we can go in and we can We're in GrooveFunnels right now, and we want to go into Groovepages. And we're going to start a new site. And let's just take, it doesn't really matter what you take because this is testing. Test 1, 2, 3, subdomain. Give it a second to start. There we go. Excellent. So now we're not going to change any of this just yet. We're just going to go to publish. And what domain we can use here, we actually have to put it in here. So we're going to add a domain, and this is going to be test123 dot, and then you add your main domain. So this is going to be upnation testing XYZ. So we've got our subdomain here that we put in to Cloudflare, and then we've got our actual domain name that's still pointed at our WordPress site. This is going to Groovepages. We don't want them to host it for us because we're going through Cloudflare, and we're going to save it. So again, host10.groovepages.com. We've already put that in Cloudflare, and we are on our way. So then we update. Second step of this is to point it directly to our subdomain that we want. So test123 upnation testing.xyz. And we publish it. We're going to wait for a little green box to pop up. Said everything's okay. Site publish in progress. Perfect. So now to connect our domain name to go to Cloudflare to complete the whole process, we're going to go to overview, and we're going to grab our name server 1. We're going to change our name server here for upnationtesting.xyz. We'll post that there. And then our name server 2. And just paste it in. And there we click save. So now we still have our WordPress site, correct? We have our subdomain here in GrooveFunnels. All right. Now all we need to do is wait for our, there it is. So we just have to wait a little bit for the servers to propagate. And every server is different. Every server has a different speed. It's just one of those to where you want to make sure that it has switched those settings over. So what we can do is we'll hit refresh. We're going to make sure that our WordPress site is still up. Okay? So we hit refresh. But now the big test is to make sure that everything has actually funneled through the way that we want it. So we'll click here. Site can't be reached. Let's make sure that on our Cloudflare that our DNS settings are correct. CNAME test123. Yep. And that's perfect. And Groovepages. Yep, that's right. And then our excellent. So sometimes, again, it just takes a little while. And sometimes you need to actually go clear your cache. So we're going to clear our cache here and come right back. And we are back. And let's try this one more time. Nope, still not. All right, we're going to give it a little more time and come back. And we're back. So we have actually had to take a little more time than usual, but we do have our subdomain set up. Test123 upnationtesting.xyz. So we still have our WordPress blog on our domain, We're going to let it think about it a little bit. Yep. So upnationtesting.xyz. And we have our SSL because we configured it through Cloudflare. And we have our test123.upnationtesting.xyz through Groovefunnels. And that's it. So it might have seemed like it's a little more complicated than normal, than what you would expect, but you can get there. So just follow along in the video. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. You can reach out to Mike as well, but we are glad that you were able to do it. And subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thanks. We'll see you soon.